Hello and a very warm welcome. Thank you for tuning in today. Today, we're diving into a topic that will greatly help you, whether you're a corporate ladder climber or one that is thinking or shifting towards entrepreneurship or thinking about maybe going into business or side hustle. With the current tough economic climate and poor projections, high inflation, and the decentralization of the markets through the power of technology and AI, many 9 to 5ers have found a variety of ways to run side hustles or side gigs or side businesses alongside their 9 to 5. So, some of the popular ones that we are seeing include affiliate marketing, digital product sales, coaching, and things like that. And having worked in the corporate world for about 2 decades now and risen through the management levels within sales and project management, I'm going to share with you 8 employee mindset shifts that I had to be aware of, that I had to implement. And I'm going to show you how having this employee mindset can limit the ability of you to succeed in your side hustle or even getting that coveted role in the office. So we're going to look at practical steps as to how you can, as to how I applied this to grow through the ranks in my career and how I'm now applying them in my side business as a digital entrepreneur, and how you can also, be aware of them and implement some of this as your business grows. So this video is designed to help you grow in your understanding and successfully navigating the shifts from that employee mindset into thinking and acting like an entrepreneur. So whether you're just starting out or you're in the midst of the transition or it's something you're thinking about, let's look at it. Let's dive in and see how or what are some of these items to be aware of. Number one is dependent on structure. Now, as employees, we're accustomed to structured environments with clearly defined roles and responsibilities. In contrast, when it comes to business, it requires a comfort of ambiguity and the ability to create your own structures. I had to learn to navigate through uncertainty and to make decisions from without a predefined framework, which can be challenging sometimes. Number two is seeking approval and guidance. Now, early on as a young employee, I often looked at my supervisors for approval, for direction, but as an entrepreneur, you're the decision maker. So this shift required me to trust in my judgment and make decisions without immediate feedback or validation. Number three is specialization versus jack of all trades. Now, specializing is one area that is very, very common in employment, but as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I found myself wearing multiple hats, managing diverse aspects of the business, which was a skill that I had to develop very quickly. Think lead generation, branding, marketing, closing sales, content creation, all those are being done by one person. Team dependency. Now, while team work is an important thing in both roles, entrepreneurs, we mostly begin on our own. So we have to learn to be self-reliant, especially at the beginning where you're probably a team of one. When it comes to another thing is the risk of complacency. Now, in employment, there's often a clear career path. As an entrepreneur, you have to constantly innovate and push boundaries in order to stay competitive, which is not the same. Tied to what I spoke earlier about feedback and validation, unlike the structured evaluations that we have in employment, as an entrepreneur, you have to seek feedback, through ways which are less structured, which is also very essential for growth and improvement. Another thing is risk aversion. Now, learning to embrace risk, was a significant shift. In a typical 9 to 5 job, taking risks may not necessarily be the job, your job within the company. But as an entrepreneur, taking risks, calculated risks, is often necessary and in most cases unavoidable. Lastly, networking and customer orientation. Now, when I started my career, I was an accountant. It was a desk job that brought me nowhere near clients, and it didn't require any networking skills. Now, on the other hand, when it comes to business, networking, collaboration, understanding your clients, understanding the market is something we cannot avoid. So this goes beyond the customer service skills that is required in most roles. This is something we have to really develop rapidly. So as you can see, shifting from an employee mindset for growth, whether you're a corporate climber or an entrepreneur, is about embracing flexibility, innovation, adaptability, and a high tolerance for uncertainty and risk. So what we do about that? How can we transition to this mindset? Now, let's look at practical steps that can help us in shifting our mindset and successfully transitioning to an entrepreneurial role, in a way that is going to be beneficial. Now, I'm going to share with you 9 practical tips, okay, which help me greatly and which can also help you. Number one, develop a vision for your business. Set goals and KPIs. This is absolutely a must. We need to craft a very, very clear vision for your business. What are your goals? What is your guiding light? And this vision will be your North Star when it comes to decision making and maintaining focus. You can start with a vision for, let's say, a year, then break it down into chunks of 90 days, which will then drive your daily and your weekly action plans. At the same time, define key performance indicators for yourself so you can monitor your progress, which is a crucial step that differs from set objectives that we are given in employment. Cultivate a learning mindset and emphasis on growth. Now, this is very, very important for business owners, for entrepreneurs. This idea of continuous learning, continuous growth. Now, starting a business is one thing, but evolving as an individual, as a professional, is something we have to do. Adopt a mindset of learning, reading books, attending workshops, seeking mentorship. This way, we're able to stay at the forefront of innovation and growth when it comes to our success of our business. Practice decision making and build resilience. We can begin by making small decisions independently, which will boost our confidence for larger strategic choices in future. Learn to recover quickly from setbacks. Okay, this way it will help us build our resilience, which is a must when it comes to business. Expand your comfort zone. Now, we must challenge ourselves to regularly, whether that's through networking or public speaking, going live on your social media platform, or other activities that push you beyond boundaries. We must look for these opportunities. Embrace risk taking. Start by taking small risks and build your risk tolerance, understanding that failure is part of learning and not the end of the road. Building a support network, connecting with other entrepreneurs and mentors, networking, seeking their advice and support is something you cannot avoid, especially for introvert entrepreneurs like myself. Time management and productivity, we have to learn to prioritize and manage our time effectively, because without clear set boundaries like we have in a 9 to 5 job, we're bound to fail. And there are techniques we can deploy, like time blocking, the 80-20 rule, ABC techniques of productivity. The options are endless. And lastly, cultivate emotional intelligence so that we can understand the needs of our customers through active listening, market research, and so we can be able to solve their problems effectively. Develop empathy, self-awareness, emotional regulation. These are very, very important for networking, collaboration, and managing business relationships. Last but not least is self-care. Finally, take care of your physical and mental health. A successful entrepreneur will need to be in top mental and physical condition to face the challenges that come to the business every day. The success of your business or your side hustle depends on you 100%. And you have other roles and relationships to nurture. So everything needs to be done with the right balance. So as you can see, there's a huge mindset shift that is required when we move into, like running a business or running a side hustle. We've looked at, what are the mindsets to be aware of and how to implement these shifts gradually as we grow so that we can mature as entrepreneurs and business owners. Notice here the strong emphasis is continuous growth and learning, personal development, because starting the business is one thing, but evolving as an individual and as a professional will make a huge, huge difference when it comes to your business. So I encourage you to embrace a journey with enthusiasm and patience. As I say, every journey begins with small determined steps. That's it from me. I hope you have found this video helpful. Please comment and share below, subscribe for more content like this, and I'd love to hear your experiences or any questions that you may have regarding this topic. Thank you, and I hope to see you on the next one.